What's up, everyone? I'm the one, the only, the comic outlaw, Jack Slater. Yeah, gamma powered and ready to rock and roll. And we're doing She-Hulk number 14, the Savage She-Hulk, that is, guest starring Hellcat and Man-Wolf. And I'm just gonna let you know right now, this flies off the rails pretty quickly. Just to let you guys know. So bear with me here. It gets strange, and you know how I like it strange with She-Hulk. But anyways, this is life in the bloodstream. And that really sort of kind of explains stuff, but not really. Now, as we take you back, this kind of explains everything that happens. This is kind of the Man-Thing's manservant, if you will. He kind of been reaching out to people. He contacts Man-Wolf, who's trapped in this submolecular dimension, and his henchmen kind of look for him, I guess, but they're basically morons when they get into a fight with She-Hulk. And basically, this is where she's at right now, chilling with this guy, I think his name's Richard Rory. And, he's just kind of like going through everything, trying to hit on her, trying to get himself a piece of that sweet She-Hulk pie. But at a moment, there's a knock on the door, and it's Zapper's mother. And she tells Jen that he's been missing, he's disappeared, vanished. And Jen realizes her feelings for Zapper and she must go after him. And this is where this guy kind of gets friend-zoned right here. Now it's Hellcat and the Handless Wizard. And he goes on to explain that since they're trapped, Man-Wolf is trapped in this dimension, it's going to create like a black hole, it's going to suck everything in. She-Hulk, although stole his cape of teleportation, which is actually Hellcat's, which allows her to teleport from dimension to dimension, but she says if she focuses on, or if he focuses on her, she may be able to teleport them to the place where they need to go. Whew. Now, by the by, I did not know Hellcat had these powers. I started reading Avengers in the early 90s, late 80s, and none of that was ever so. Anyways, the drinking barbarians are off, and Zapper, coincidentally, is at the same spot they're at. They're having a beer, going over things, and they decide to have a little fun with Zapper, beat him up a little bit, and of course, Jen tries to step in. And it's funny because they're actually putting him on this barrel saddle thing, and they're just making him buck back and forth, letting him fly off. And now they put Jen in the barrel, which is a big mistake because she begins to Hulk out. And all of a sudden, Hellcat appears, her cloak appears, and she's able to focus. She closes her eyes, and poof. And it's interesting because Zapper's still on the barrel. These barbarians are having a good laugh, and boom. And keep in mind, Zapper was still on the barrel. He flies right off. And at this point, the barbarians know they're in trouble, because they've met She-Hulk before, and in the previous issue, she gave him a very, very good pounding. Which is going to happen again. She started beating the holy hell out of these guys. And this is where Hellcat appears out of nowhere. And I'm so surprised that Hellcat actually has these abilities, because I had never seen this before in a lot of the appearances. But apparently she has mystic powers. So she appears with this cloak, kind of gathers everyone together, and she ends up kind of hitting She-Hulk, kind of distracting her, because she needs She-Hulk to come with them as well. But there's no way. She was probably going to talk her way into that. So she had to kind of force her into it. So she does a final kick, knocks her into the cloak. Everyone else gets sucked back in. And Zapper's left there with Hellcat. And this is where Zapper kind of explains who She-Hulk is, who she really is, what she means to him. And this kind of is important later on. But anyways, there's Zapper right there. And check out his mustache, because it changes throughout the comic book. It mutates, if you will. But anyways, the wizard, the two idiot barbarians are trying to figure out what's going on. And this is just so weird because She-Hulk is gone. She should have teleported there, but she ended up in this micro universe with a black hole in the middle of it. And this is where she finds Man-Wolf, who is trapped in this dimension as well. Instead of going to the dimension where he was supposed to go, he got sucked in here. And of course, She-Hulk's in a bad mood. She got sucked in this black hole. She's not in a very trusty mood, and Man-Wolf isn't really in the best of moods either. So they just start beating the crap out of each other. Neither of them kind of getting the upper hand. I mean, they both have significant strength. So eventually, they start throwing worlds at each other, and this is where Hellcat kind of pops out of nowhere. And Zapper kind of convinces her that She-Hulk's a good person, and, they ought to help. And there's a problem. If they keep fighting, this black hole's going to get bigger and it's going to eventually suck everything in. So she kind of calms She-Hulk and Man-Wolf down and explains to them that they have to use both the jewel in this place and the jewel on Man-Wolf and kind of focus them at the same time in order to break this curse, get She-Hulk out, and stop the black hole. Whew, like I said, this is a lot of explanation. So anyways, Man-Wolf is out, in his world, his world, and She-Hulk is holding the diamond in this world. And so they're kind of focusing their thoughts. And poof, it starts to seal up the black hole. And this is what the barbarians and the wizard dude was trying to do in the first place, but bumbled their way into it. Anyways, Hellcat's kind of, cheering her on, and the jewel is vibrating. She-Hulk has to hold on for everything. As strong as she is, this is actually forcing her to hold on. So the strain is pretty strong. And there is the star god. The Man-Wolf has returned. And he says that he's saved everyone, but he must disappear. Vanish again. What can you say, y'all comics? I mean, he is a human on Earth. What do you expect? And now that She-Hulk's done, she realizes that she might be trapped here. But Zapper, holding those old pearls that a good old warrior gave her, he got mad and broke them in a fit of rage, And kabam, the portal opens. They escape. And She-Hulk jumps through the cloak, and all of a sudden she grabs Zapper. And she realizes that his moment of fit and rage saved her life, and she plants one on him, saying that she loves him. And look at his mustache, y'all. It has changed again. So yes, Zapper has finally got the girl. But what's going to happen in this relationship? We'll find out the next time, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side.